Good morning and thank you for joining me for another day's adventure. Today I will be driving into Latvia. So let's have a quick look at the travel card.
Welcome to Latvia. Here's a snapshot of useful travel information. The currency is the euro, and in cases of emergency, dial 112. If you plan to use drone, check the latest regulations at caa.gov.lv. If you're driving, there is no road toll. There are a number of charging networks run by local and regional operators like Eleport, mobi, Ignitis, and Neste, etc. Large international operators like Ionity are also present. Finally, here are some places I recommend visiting. What would you like to see?
It is 8:45 and I've just briefly stopped in Palanga where I noticed this pretty and colorful church. Couldn't get inside though, so here's the outside view. As you can see, weather is much better than yesterday and apparently supposed to stay like this for today, and today only. Driving along the coast in the Baltic region doesn't mean you're constantly seeing water, quite the contrary. There usually is a strip of forest between the road and the sea. Nevertheless, the drive is rather tranquil, beautiful, relaxing. Traveling here means you should not expect exciting scenery, but rather simple beauty and, well, that's what I got. While the stop in Palanga was only a very brief one, I spent longer at the next one, Plutmale Bernatos, a beautiful sandy beach south of Lipaia and part of the Bernati Nature Park. It has a very nice boardwalk as well for a relaxed stroll. After that, I drove past Lipaia and Ventspils to stop at Kolka. More precisely, first its beach, then its cape, and then in Kolka. At the former, I climbed a birdwatching tower, and that not only has a very nice view, it also has information displays on all the birds you may be able to see, with a little bit of luck and a grand portion of patience, of course. The Cape offers a very nice walk, though swimming may not be prudent. There are warning signs there suggesting currents, making it dangerous. So, if a plunge in the water is what you're after, head for the beach by the birdwatching tower. There you also don't have to pay for parking. After the small hikes, I decided that I'd better top up the battery a little because I wouldn't quite make it to the fast charger on the other side of Riga. Luckily, there is an e-mobi charger right here in Kolka. Lucky, I thought. Time to learn again. First fact to know, e-mobi is a prepaid service and the minimum you can load up on your account are €5. Second fact to know is they charge by the minute. 19 cents at a 50 kilowatt charger. So that is 50 kilowatts per hour at 60 times 19 cents, which is €11.40. And if we divide that by 50, then there is an optimal price of 22.8 cents per kilowatt hour. That makes it considerably cheaper than the 42 cents Ionity charge, albeit at a much lower charging rate. Good for the battery though. Anyway, there the adventure really started. I tried 3 times to charge, and while money was moving out of my prepaid account, no energy made it from the charger into the battery of my car. So I called support, and they are very friendly, speak excellent English, and refunded the loss back to the account and restarted the charging station. There is only one here. 5 minutes later, I try again, and this time it is charging. Not at the theoretical 50 kilowatts though. It briefly came to 44 kilowatts and then dropped down to a steady 39 to 40. While still significantly cheaper than the alternative, the price per kilowatt hour was increasing. Eventually, it stopped charging. I deliberately say stopped and not finished because that difference is important. As this is a prepaid service, you'd expect it to charge until it runs out of money. But it did not. In fact, it stopped 2 minutes early and left me with 44 cents in the account that I couldn't do anything with. My attempts to restart the charging failed because 44 cents were not enough to get it going. So there is a bit of dodgy business going on here with e-mobi. First, it starts the clock while it is connecting, which takes about a minute, so you are losing the first 19 cents before you even get a hint of energy. Second, they stop charging early and leave you with insufficient money in your account to start charging again to entice you to add more money to the account. Upon calling support, I was sent a form to fill in to ask for the 44 cents to be reimbursed, That form needs to be digitally signed before you send it back. Keep that in mind. Conclusion: while still cheaper than Ionity, stay away from eMobi. The support is really nice and helpful. The service itself is dodgy at best. Use the other service providers, local, regional instead. Somewhat peeved, I then got on my way to find a campground, and I reminded myself that I'm here to explore and to learn, and learn I did. Mood restored. I found a really nice campground in Saules Kempings at Mersraga. It is right by the sea, and while the beach is a bit rocky, I actually liked it better than the sandy Mersraga beach, which is about 800 meters away. And that is also the end of today's journey. Let's have a quick look at the map and driving data. I left Kolka 409 campground and drove north. After 19 kilometers, I briefly stopped in Palanga when I saw this pretty church. Another 58 kilometers and I reached Bernatos, the beach of Bernatos. From one beach to the next, I arrived at Kolka's Pludmale after 214 more kilometers. In Kolkas, I also visited the Cape and had this not so great charging experience before driving to Mersraga, where I found accommodation at Saules Kempings. As always, driving data is available on my website www.TRAVELectric.net. Thank you for joining me again on this journey. I hope you enjoyed it and found it useful. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of you on the next stint, which will take us to Riga and Estonia. You have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye bye.